Hong Kong CNN Hong Kong media tycoon Jimmy Lai, known for his support for the city's pro-democracy movement and his criticism of Chinese leaders, turned 76 years old behind bars in a high-security prison earlier this month. Pro-democracy, imprisoned since 2020 and forced to close in 2021. As the founder of the Apple Daily, an anti-Beijing newspaper, he was jailed for numerous charges linked to Hong Kong's democracy protest movement and media business. Lai, a longtime belligerent thorn of Beijing, now faces the most important legal challenge to date. According to an indictment seen by CNN, he was brought to trial Monday on three charges of secret deal with foreign powers, crime under comprehensive national security law that transformed Hong Kong, as well as an incitement separate rebellion. If found guilty, he will face the most life sentences. Wearing blue shirt and a gray suit, noticeably weaker Lai is at beginning of closely watched trial around world. As entered courtroom, where he was accompanied by 4 officers, waved at his supporters and smiled. The police took an intense security measure in front of the court. The trial, which is expected to last at least 80 days, was highest profile case against a Hong Kong media official since Hong Kong media transferred city from UK to Chinese control in 1997. Since 2019's massive and sometimes violent democracy protests in Hong Kong, dozens of the city's most prominent democracy activists have been jailed or fled abroad. But few have the kind of international recognition that Lai has. Prosecutors say the articles published by Louise DelmotteAP Daily newspaper have violated Hong Kong's national security law, calling for overseas sanctions against the city's leaders. Following 2019 protests, Beijing enacted a national security law, saying it re-established the stability and closed gaps that allowed foreign forces to undermine China. Critics say this destroyed Hong Kong's freedoms and transformed the city's legal structure. As with all national security cases so far, there will be no jury in the high-profile case, and 3 national security judges will preside over a committee approved by the Hong Kong leader. Hong Kong courts allow foreign lawyers in other areas of general law to represent their clients, but the government has blocked Lai from being represented by a leading British human rights lawyer. This decision, it is going through a separate legal appeal that delays the start date of this case many times. Lai, once one of the city's most outspoken names, has received little news since numerous prosecutions began. His son, Sebastien Lai, recently told CNN in London, "I think he's very strong psychologically. But there is always an element that no one can escape from the weight of age. And at this age, being in maximum safety is at a very great risk." Jimmy Lai left a building to exercise at Stanley Prison in Hong Kong on August 4, 2023. Louise DelmotteAP Lai's son met with British